My name is Clifton McCrory.
My name is Jordan Gomez.
Today we're talking about shopping centers.
I love shopping centers because they are community-centric places where, as an example, my family, my children can go and spend the day. They have dining, they have health services if you need them, which attract a lot of the community to, play, work, and live.
The ideal shopping center, what does it look like? First, I want to have high visibility, meaning when you're driving by it, can you see it? As simple as that. And so it needs to be able to stand out in a way. Beyond that, it needs to have a draw to the general public, or at least serving the immediate area that it resides within. In a perfect world, there's a lot of different tenant mix that can make up a good center. But for something where one person or a family of people, whatever the grouping might be, they can go there and get multiple checks on their list done.
You obviously have appreciation and tax benefits that a lot of other commercial real estate vehicles offer you, but this one specifically, just in the most recent, let's call it 4 or 5 years, certainly since COVID, has proved its resiliency. You're seeing retailers that have come and gone. The ones that remain, or the ones that are being created, have found a way to adapt and live in this omni-channel world that we now see for retail. And to me, that has been able to just accommodate a world that is really catering to people that want things quickly. They want to get them done in a digital world. And when shopping centers are now adapting to that, they're adding entertainment and other experiential services that the internet cannot replicate. You've actually seen people start to gravitate more to this product type, and because of that, it's experiencing an explosion in value for so many people.
The location in real estate is what you always hear about, right? Location, location, location. Kind of a cheesy way of thinking about it, but it's utterly true. And so the first and foremost is the visibility of it, where it sits. How easily is it accessed by those that are going to be the consumers and the clientele that are going to go there, right? After that, it's what is the mix of the tenants that reside within the space. So typically you're going to want to see in a perfect center, you've got a nice big grocery store, think Whole Foods, something along those lines, Kroger, Harris Teeter, right? Your everyday needs that people are going to have. I also like to see some medical use in there, and then general retail. It's really how it serves the area best. If you're in a highly residential neighborhood, you're going to want to see some sort of grocery in there. It's pretty much the number one tenant that an investor is going to want to see. Macro and micro metrics that we'll look at. You're going to look at what the foot traffic is like. We're looking at what foot traffic counts are, what the average vehicular traffic is going by on a daily basis. What's the immediate neighborhood around it look like? What are the average household incomes? Then we're going to take those, we're going to match it against the tenants that are in place. Does it serve that area to the best of its abilities? What's the highest and best use for the center overall? And what's the highest and best use for each individual space within that shopping center? On a more macro approach, I want to know what the overall rents are for the site. Are they above market? That can be pretty bad, right? When you're dealing with a shopping center, you're dealing with multiple tenants. There's a lot of pros to that. You can right size it to however you want. But if you have a bunch of tenants in place and they're all rolling within the exact same term, call it within a year or two, and they're above market rents, it's probably not a good thing.
So looking at the physical property, the site itself, there are a lot of things you have to consider, right? It's the accessibility. Does it have parking? And if so, what is the parking utilization like? Is it underparked? Is it overparked? Is that a value add to you? Because maybe you can develop something else there, right? By being able to increase and improve the property to increase its earning potential. And then once you look at the leases themselves, are they triple net leases or are they gross leases? If they're triple net, right, that's typically something that landlords look for, because then they have in their mindset a good understanding of what will be a stable and hopefully growing income stream, assuming that those tenants can cover their pro rata share of those operating expenses.
So the future of shopping centers, it's a very large question at the end of the day. People thrive for human interaction. That's a piece to it. I think there's a certain amount of the shopping that you're doing needs to be in person, right? I think that some stuff is in the past. I don't think that movie theaters are going to be doing well anytime soon, right? I think a lot of the internal malls that you see that really do fall into the shopping center category are not going to ever really be back the way that they were. There's a lot that you can do on Amazon and get there. We all use it. I use it. But there's a human interaction component to go into a shopping center, and there's what you need in person. And so we don't see the shopping center going away.
If you want to invest in a given asset class, you want an expert that knows everything about the fundamentals of that product type as well as the market that you're investing in. For us here, that's why it's so important to work with somebody that understands all of the nuances that make that asset class great and can identify opportunities for you to make important and wise decisions to not only, safeguard your wealth, but to build it.